Hey everybody, I'm Amy.
I'm Dan.
We're the Hustle Couple coming at you today with a, oh my gosh, long-awaited sell-through rate video.
Yeah, we're finally doing it. We're going to set the record straight
Once
about
and for all.
sell-through rates.
And
okay?
we're going to take care of our death pile at the same time.
Oh man, death pile tackling video as well.
It's a double doozy today.
It is.
It's raining outside, so we're like, you know what? Let's get it done today. Let's help the people, and hopefully this is motivation for you.
Right. Hey, speaking of people, welcome to the new people.
Hi! How are you? We are full-time resellers from Dallas, Texas, and we make daily content to help you in your reselling business.
That's right.
Are we experts?
No.
No. We just want to document what works for us, and hopefully you can take tips and tricks and make them work for you.
Yeah. That's
Nothing
right.
we say is gospel, except this math lesson I'm about to lay down. This is gospel.
This one is. So everybody pay attention. Get your pencil and paper for some notes. There will be a test later. Go ahead.
Okay.
All right.
So, sell-through rate is simply how many things have sold versus how many things are listed in that given time period. So, in eBay terms, it's 90 days.
Right.
Period. We've got to have the same apples to apples. We're talking about a 90-day period.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
So, we're going to use an example here.
All right.
What I'm going to tell you is going to blow your mind.
All right. Everybody.
Sell-through rate cannot be over 100%. There is a ton of misinformation on YouTube.
Wait, what?
You cannot sell more than 100% of what you have.
But
It's impossible. Okay?
All right.
So here's all the things we have. We're going to use these Save the Earth buttons. Notice I have picked 10 things that are exactly the same.
okay.
Okay. So if I have 10 Save the Earth buttons total listed in 90 days, and 3 of them sell, what's my sell-through rate?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
30%.
30%. And if 5 of them sell?
50%.
50%. Okay. There are people on the YouTube. This is why I wanted to say we are not experts.
Right.
Nobody on YouTube is an expert. Okay. There are people that will say since 5 of these sold and 5 of them are listed that's 100% sell-through rate. That is not true because these are still listed.
And these were listed before they sold.
And now they're sold. So 50% have sold and 50% are still listed.
Right.
So in order to get your sell-through rate, take all of this together, 10 as your denominator, and the number that have sold, whack them up on top as your numerator.
Right. So in eBay, when you're filtering sold, to check that, you have to remember you can't just divide the number sold by the number listed, because the ones that were sold used to be listed. So you have to add those together to get the number you're dividing by. I hope that's clear.
So we had 10
Right.
total, 5 sold, 50% sell-through rate. If we had 10 total and 2 sold, 20% sell-through rate. 10 total and none sold. This is the part where they get you. 0%.
Okay.
Okay, now this is assuming that all things are fair and equal. These are the same kind of items. I'm going to show you where sell-through rate can catch you. You can get caught by digging into the hype.
Okay.
Okay, and you could miss some good things, or you could buy some things that you thought were good and they stay in your store forever.
Oh, great. Okay.
So the way we look up sell-through rate is we search something on eBay, and at the bottom of the screen on our cell phone, it will tell us how many are listed currently.
Right.
And then you go and you click in your filters and you go to sold. At the bottom, it will tell you how many have sold in the last 90 days. Okay?
Right.
Great. So I'm going to give you an example.
Okay. I'm going to move these out of here.
Great. This is a Ray Dunn teapot.
Yes, it is.
Okay. This is also a Ray Dunn teapot.
Well, would you look at that?
Okay. So, being the conscientious reseller that I am, I'm going to first look up Ray Dunn.
Just in general.
Yeah, is it a good brand? Okay. So when I look up Ray Dunn, it says 110,000 plus listings. It kind of caps out.
That's a lot.
Right. So there's
Man.
a ton listed. And then it says 15,000 have sold.
Okay.
Okay? So I add 110 and 15,000 and get 125,000 as my denominator.
Right.
Okay, I added them both together.
Yep.
And then I divide it by 15,000 on the top, because that's how many sold. That's the ratio. 15,000 out of 125,000 have sold.
There you go.
My sell-through rate is 12%.
Okay.
Now, is that good enough for me to keep looking up Ray Dunn? Maybe. It seems pretty low. I kind of like 30% and up from personally.
Right.
Because then I know it's pretty much has a chance of selling at some point.
Okay, but as a brand new baby reseller, I've heard people say good things about Ray Dunn.
I have too.
Should I keep looking?
Okay, let's do it one more time.
Okay.
But this time we're going to say Ray Dunn teapot.
Okay, so you get more specific.
Okay.
Okay.
So when I type in Ray Dunn teapot,
Yep.
I get 786 listeds.
Okay.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And then 157 solds.
Okay.
Okay. So you have to add 786 plus 157, and that is 943 had the opportunity to sell.
That's how many were listed.
Yep.
Total in the 90 days. Right.
In 90 days, 943 were out there like, hello, buy me. Of those 943, 157 of them were bought.
Right.
So 157 over 943 is a 17% sell-through rate. And you're like, ooh, okay.
So, I'm thinking Ray Dunn teapots seem to sell a little bit better than Ray Dunn as a whole.
Ding, 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 ding. Okay, great. So now we're on to something.
Okay.
We're like, all right, so regular Ray Dunn is kind of hit and miss. Like, if I had this wolf jar, I haven't looked it up specifically, but it's probably around 12%, right? Because that's what all Ray Dunn was. And then we have these teapots. So these have a 17% sell-through rate, right? Wrong. What if I told you that this teapot has a 100% sell-through rate?
What?
This teapot has a 0% sell-through rate.
Oh, come on now.
Totally true.
What?
So if I say this is a 100% sell-through rate, and there were 3 listed at any given point in 90 days, how many have sold?
All 3.
All 3 of them.
Yep.
0 listed, 3 sold, and the top one sold for $700.
Dang.
Right?
Okay.
But if I was just shopping and I'm like, ooh, my minimum, because people get this, they get this minimum sell-through rate in their head, and like, I only buy things that have a 25% sell-through rate or higher, or whatever arbitrary number they make up.
Yeah.
I would have left this on the shelf. Okay?
Okay, if you were just basing your decision on, I got it.
On
Okay.
a percentage, right?
And but that's only true if you searched for Ray Dunn teapot, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. I also bought this teapot. I knew this teapot was worth money. So I went to the store and I'm like, oh, another Ray Dunn teapot. And I'm like, look, it has the same typeset. This one's going to be worth $700 too.
Wrong.
0 sold. 0 solds in 90 days. 3 solds, 0 solds.
Man.
This teapot is not desirable as this one. In fact, this isn't desirable at all, and I still paid for it.
Yeah.
So looking at sell-through rate is not the be-all and end-all.
It helps. It should help inform your decision.
Totally
Right.
helps. But I wanted to bring up the point that I have never heard another reseller talk about, that you need to get specific, okay?
Yeah.
Say you're selling shoes and you type in Nike Fly Knits or whatever you're selling, right? But you have a size 4 youth, but you're just looking at Fly Knits. And the sell-through rate's incredible, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy these. And then if you filter it by 4 use, or you put that in your title of your search, and you see that 0 of that size have sold. I have no idea if that's true, but I'm
Right.
saying you have to get really, really specific with the items when we're talking about sell-through rate and how much something can sell for and how quickly it will sell.
Okay.
Ray Dunn teapot led me astray. Okay, if I had a minimum, I would not have bought this. Because my minimum would have been like, oh, 17%? No. All right? So, important info, and
Yes.
we're going to use this info. If nothing has sold, okay?
Yep.
Nothing. 17,000 listed, 0 sold. I don't care what it is.
I'm not buying it.
Not buying it.
Nope.
So, really, 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 when you're looking at comps in the store, this is what I see baby resellers. And baby, I mean that in the nicest, kindest way.
I know. I said it earlier, and I was going to say I don't mean that in an offensive way at all.
Right. And we're about to show you our baby reseller mistakes out in our hallway.
Oh yeah, we are.
So, it is important to keep track of sell-through rate by looking at how many have sold versus how many are listed, and get as specific as you can at the thrift before you check out.
Yep.
Because what you don't want to do, and this is the main lesson today, is bloat your store.
Right.
And that means you list stuff just because you have it, and it has no chance of selling. It's not popular anymore. It's not desirable. Nobody wants it on the resale market.
Yeah.
Even if it has a high, even if you get new with tags, this happens to me all the time with Lafayette 148. It happens to me every time.
Yep.
I'll find it new with tags, and the tag is like $798. And I'm like,
yes, yeah.
sign me up. I'm going to sell this. Even if I sold it for half the retail, $350. I cannot give it away, even for $1. I could not give it away on an auction. Seriously, no one bought it on an auction. So if I had looked at the sell-through rate, I would have noticed that. And there are certain things of Lafayette 148 that sell much better than other things, and the sell-through rate shoots through the roof. Certain style of pant. There's this one Lafayette 148 style of pants that people really like. Same thing with the brand Theory. Once you find that style, it will flip. 100% of them have sold. Right? So you can't just say this brand doesn't sell, or this size doesn't sell, or this style doesn't sell. You have to really, really dive into it and learn that for yourself as a reseller.
Yes.
And it's going to take some trial, and it's going to take some error.
Yes.
Here's the second part of total sell-through that you need to understand about your business.
Okay.
How many items you're listing versus how many items are leaving your house.
Okay, so
that's another sell-through.
It is. That's your own store's personal sell-through rate.
Excuse me, that's not personal.
You get out of my personal business.
It's not personal. But it's really important. So we have a goal. Right now, we're listing about 15 a day.
Yeah.
So every day we should be selling 15 things. If that were happening, we would have 100% sell-through rate.
Okay, but we're not.
Because we're bringing in 15 into our store, not into our house. Okay, well, we're bringing about 100 into our house.
Yeah, let's get real.
So that is something where you can keep track of the health of your store. That number will go up. Your percentage of solds will go up when you start buying things with high sell-through rates. When you start buying just this with 100% sell-through rate. And you know this is going to sell because there's none listed. As soon as I list this, it's going to sell.
That's true.
Okay, so if I only bring in those and I'm listing those 15 things, my sell-through rate, it has to go up. People are like, how do I increase my eBay sales? That's how you do it. You buy things with 100% sell-through rate. Because then you sell them and they 100% will sell. And if you list 15 things that are 100% going to sell, in the next morning, you should sell at least 15 things.
All right, I do want to say, though.
Say it.
Finding stuff that has 100% sell-through rate is extraordinarily, I would call it rare and difficult.
Yes.
Okay? We're not telling you should only be buying things that have 100% sell-through rate because you will never buy anything that way, right? With rare exception, obviously. But you want to look for stuff with the highest possible sell-through rate.
And make yourself a little cheat sheet.
Yeah.
And you'll start to get to know it. We look for 50%. That's really great if 50% of the things are selling.
Yeah.
We have some brands and some products that we hoard because of the sell-through rate. One of them is Jellycat. You see us sell them all the time. One of them is Eileen Fisher pull-on pants.
Yep.
In a size large or extra large. The small pull-on pants, we have never sold a pair. So we look for the size in that specific style, right? They must fit better. I don't know. I don't wear them. We look for those. We sell the heck out of these toys called Cotapillars, and we will buy them every single time we see them.
Yep.
Because the sell-through rate, I think, is around 50 or 60%.
Yeah, it's really high. Yeah.
And Peter Millar Summer Comforts, we buy those all the time. And some of you, it doesn't move for you. Fine. It's individualized. It's how you list it. It's when you list it. It's all things considered.
Right.
Those sell well for us. And start to make yourself a list of your fast flips. And those are some clues that those things could have a high sell-through rate. And you should be constantly looking for those items.
Yep.
You can put save searches on Mercari, on Facebook Marketplace,
eBay.
And eBay.
Yeah.
You can source on eBay. Because if it has a high sell-through rate, it doesn't mean if a lower, a new seller doesn't know that, or somebody's selling their own stuff, you can trust me, we sourced scanners that had 100% sell-through rate on eBay, and we were selling them like hotcakes last year. We would just buy them on, 2 years. We would buy them on eBay and flip them, immediately. Because they were 100, we were part of the sell-through rate, because we bought them, but then we also sold them. And so there's some healthy advice for you in going forward looking at sell-through rate. If you see a reseller telling you that something has a 300% sell-through rate or an 800% sell-through rate, just pause, because it could be wildly misleading.
Yeah.
Because when you look at the things that haven't sold, that's where you get your real information, right? If we're talking it's an 80% sell-through rate and 20% haven't sold, look at those. See how long they've been listed. See if they're a wacky size or a wacky color or if they're listed wrong. really, really dig into those numbers because I believe that these 800 percenters out there are leading young resellers astray.
For sure.
And it's scary. Because if I tell you something has an 80% sell-through rate, you have a little bit of skepticism, right? 20% haven't sold. But if I say if it has 800, you're like, whoa, I'm buying that.
Right.
That's all. I've said my piece.
Okay.
Now, here's what we're going to do.
We're going to take all of this sell-through rate knowledge and know-how, and we're going to apply it to the massive hoard of stuff in the hallway.
And we're going to show you.
We are.
We're
gonna
not
pull,
afraid.
We're going to pull back the curtain. You're going to get to see the death pile in its entirety.
Some people call it a money pile. I hesitate. I fall short of that.
Yeah.
You know why?
This is stuff that's been collecting for quite some time. A lot of it is probably not good. So we're actually going to go through it and recomp almost everything.
We're going to look at sell-through rate because if things in your death pile or your money pile are over a year old, and ours, some of them is about 4 years old,
Oh, God.
you got to go through it. And this is how you can get that dread. Okay? Just because you have it doesn't mean you should list it.
Right.
It will do more harm than good, and I say it on this channel all the time. So we are going to practice what we preach. You're going to see us be ruthless.
Yes.
Okay?
All right.
I have that. I'm like, oh my God, I bought this. I paid $10 for it. So what?
Yep.
If it's going to bloat your eBay store and slow down your sales, wouldn't you rather just give the $10 back to Goodwill?
I would.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, let's go.
Bye. Bye. No, bye. So awkward, you guys. This is our hallway.
Yeah,
That door is our bedroom. So we walk past this every single day for like 6 months, probably more if I'm honest.
Probably more.
To go into our bedroom, which then goes into our office. I'm embarrassed. I'm
Same.
sure you guys have similar situations at home. Comment below if this is not scary to you and you have worse. Please help us feel better.
Right?
So we have a couple things here. I got my phone, and we're going to do comps on that. We've got some trash bags. This stuff will go back to the Goodwill.
Yep. Don't worry, it's not going in the trash.
And then we have these cardboard boxes over here of the stuff we're going to keep and actually sell. We're going to cull it down to just this many skinny boxes, 4 skinny boxes.
That's the plan.
That's what we're going to do. And we're going to check in with you as we go. Well, like, look at this. This is like a Clark's, like, whatever shoe. And then there's a pair of steel-toed Docs right beside it. Like, what are we doing? Why haven't we listed these? What are we doing? This is making me crazy.
Yeah.
So we're going to look. I don't even need to look up sell-through rate for these. Like, just because it's here doesn't mean you can just sell it. Right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Guys, wish us luck. Here we go.
We'll check in.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Help!
Hey, guys.
Okay.
All right, so it's been about, what, 10 minutes?
It's been 10 minutes.
We're making a decent dent, and I am, of course, uncovering more awesome menswear.
Okay, on your end. So I started
Yeah.
on this end over here, and let me just tell you,
Okay.
so many bad buys. I don't know where my head's gonna cut off, but you guys, so many bad buys. This stuff, some of it's at upwards of, I don't know if you can see me, I hope you can see me,
Yeah.
upwards of 4 years old, and some of it like camcorders. I just comped and it was like worth $20.
Oh,
so
no.
either we bought it because a reseller YouTube person told us to buy it, I don't know, because we did a lot of that early, or we bought it and it was good and now it's not good. Either way, it's a little bit mind-blowing on both ends. So Dan's got great stuff down here, and
Yeah.
on this end, it's like, whoa, oh my gosh, why?
Yeah, 2 examples of the good stuff I'm finding. I just picked up this navy pinstripe Canali summer suit, and I found a 3-piece Hugo Boss tuxedo. So, yep.
So look through, do this. Everybody do this weekend. It's like so enlightening and important. Okay, we'll check back in like 10 more minutes. It's going quickly.
Yeah, faster than I thought. for
Me
sure.
too. Hi, action.
Hi!
It's been 15 minutes since we last checked in.
Okay, we are down to like
I'll
the
show them
stragglers,
this.
I think.
Yeah, we're doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Hopefully this can inspire you to keep going because it takes way less time than you think.
It really does, especially since we're being so selective.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll check in a minute.
Cool.
Bye.
Bye.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay, it's been 10 more minutes.
Okay.
And we have about 20 more minutes till we have to start shipping, so we gotta finish this up. But I wanted to show you this perfect tea maker from Tivana.
Uh-huh.
I looked it up and the sell-through is really good. So there's 30 sold, right?
Okay.
And there are 37 listed. So it's about a 50% sell-through rate,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty good.
Pretty good. But then when I look deeper into the solds,
Uh-huh.
aha, this is what this is what the thing is telling me. So this is pre-owned. We do have the box, but it's pre-owned.
Yeah.
Every single one that sold has been brand new. One sold that was pre-owned. It's exactly the same for $12.99.
Oh, okay.
But every other one of these 30, well, that one sold for $19. You have to look at whether it's apples to apples.
Right.
This is a pre-owned version, so if only sold brand new ones are selling, it can affect the sell-through rate. You see what I'm saying?
I do. So it really doesn't. It's not really worth our time to list this one and
Right.
to clean it and all that stuff.
But if I had just looked at the sell-through rate cursory, I would have been like, oh, this is worth $27.99. They're selling all day long. They are selling all day long, but brand new.
I see.
And the ones that are listed, the 37 that are listed, they're all pre-owned. So as soon as a brand new one hits the market, it sells, and nobody wants the pre-owned ones.
Makes sense.
There we go.
All right, guys, there is the pile of stuff. We are getting out of here. All of this stuff is going back to the Goodwill or St. B's or somewhere to be donated.
And it's all perfectly sellable.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There was no, just with sell-through rate, it's not worth our time.
Right.
All
So,
that's in the show what's left, man.
and look at this.
Crazy.
The hallway has been cleared out. And we're down to 4 boxes of sellable stuff, just like we had planned.
And we're going to sell it, now.
Yeah, we're going to list it in the next couple of days. All right, thank you so much for hanging out with us, guys. We hope the video today was valuable. Hope you learned something and you get some motivation to go after your own money/death pile, whatever you want to call it.
I'm so relieved right now.
Seriously.
It is such a relief because now we just have to do 1 box a day, so it'll take us 4 days.
Yeah.
And then we don't have a death pile anymore.
Oh, yes. We've done it.
So go through yours. You can do it. Sell-through
can.
rate. It matters.
It does. We'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.